Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The Honorable Lecturer, Professor Dr. Shafrizal, and all of my beloved friends. We are from Group 3 and we are from Class 6C, and we're going to do our presentation about research paper. The presenter from Group 3 are Siti Hanisa Fitriana, Anti Sulisanti, Rahma Yunita, and Rita Safira. And the first presentation will be delivered by Siti Hanisa Fitriana. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Siti Hanisa Fitriana. I'm from Class 6C of English Education Department at Universitas Sultan Ageng Tirtayasa. I'm here today to present you my seminar on English language teaching research paper with the title Evaluating the Impact of Using Cake Application on the Speaking Skills of English Education Students at Universitas Sultan Ageng Tirtayasa. This is the tables of contents of my presentation. The first one is introduction. It consists of background of the study, statement of the problem, and objective of the study. The second is literature review. It consists of theoretical basis and framework of thinking. The third one is methodology. It consists of research design, population and sample, research instrument, data collecting technique, and data analyzing technique. And the fourth one is result and discussion. And the last one is conclusion. So this is the background of the study. In today's interconnected world, proficiency in English speaking skills has become increasingly essential, opening doors to various opportunities in education, employment, and social interactions. Language learning applications have emerged as valuable tools for individuals seeking to enhance their language skills conveniently and effectively. One such application that has gained attention is Cake, which offers a platform for users to practice speaking English through interactive exercises, conversations with native speaker, and personalized feedback. The Cake application is specifically designed for English language learning with a primary focus on enhancing speaking skill. And the next one is statement of the problem. From the description above, there are statement of the problem. The first one is the role of technology important for college students in learning English language? The second one is learning English using Cake application more interesting for college students? And the last one is, does learning English using the Cake application can improve college students' English speaking skills? And the next is objective of this study. The objective of this study is to assess the influence of utilizing the Cake application on the speaking proficiency of English education students at Universitas Sultan Ageng Tirtayasa. And the next is supporting theories. I have two variables to describe in this research paper. The first one is speaking skill. In the field of language acquisition, speaking skills are very important because they are the basis of effective communication. Research highlights speaking as one of the most challenging aspects of language learning. And the second one is Cake application. Cake application is originating from South Korea, and the Cake app is a user-friendly platform created for language acquisition. This versatile application boasts numerous features designed to enhance English language proficiency. And the next is methodology that I use in this research. The first one is research design. This research is use quantitative descriptive method. Quantitative descriptive research is to describe, examine, and explaining something that is studied as it is, and draw conclusion from observable phenomena using numbers. And then the next is population and sample. So the population and sample in this research is 17 English education students at Universitas Sultan Ageng Tirtayasa. And the next is research instrument. Research instruments are tools or facilities used by researchers to collect data. And in the research instrument that I use in this research is questionnaire. And the next is findings. The first one, cake application user statistic is 76.5% of the 17 respondents, which equal to 13 respondents, reported use the cake application to practice speaking English. And the second one is the influence on students' confidence is 76.5% of the 17 respondents, or equal to 13 individuals, expressed that the use of cake application significantly contributes to boosting their confidence. And the third one is the effect of improving students' pronunciation is 70.6% of the 17 respondents, or 12 individuals, state that the cake application can enhance their pronunciation. And the fourth one is the effect of having meaningful conversation with other cake users on improving speaking ability in English is 70.6% of the 17 respondents, which is equivalent to 12 individuals, reported that engaging in meaningful conversation with other cake users can enhance their speaking skill. And the fifth one is the influence of using the cake application on the growth of motivation to practice speaking English more regularly is 82.4% of the 17 respondents, which is equivalent to 14 individuals, reported that using the cake application can enhance their motivation to practice speaking English more regularly. The sixth one is assessment of the overall effectiveness of the cake application in improving students' speaking skill is 82.4% somewhat effective and 11.8% not effective at all, and 5.9% very effective. And the seventh one is statistic of students who believe that the cake application is worth recommending to other students to improve their speaking skill is 94.1% of the participants, which is equivalent to 16 respondents. And the last one is statistic of how often students use the cake application to practice English speaking is 58.8% of the respondents stated rarely use the cake application. 23.5% stated that they never use the cake application, and 17.6% stated they use the cake application once a week. And this is the last slide. It is the conclusion. In conclusion, the findings of this study offer valuable insights into the efficacy of incorporating cake application as a pedagogical tool to improve the speaking skills of English education students at Universitas Sultan Ageng Tirtayasa. While the findings of this study provide evidence of the positive impact of cake-based activities on students' speaking skills and motivation, further research is warranted to explore the long-term effects of such interventions and to address the potential limitation identified. So that is for my presentation. And now we're moving on to the Q&A session. So if you have a question, please raise your hand and don't forget to mention your name. Okay, please, Rita.
Okay, thank you. I will. First, my name is Ita Safira. I will ask about why did the researchers use quantitative descriptive method in this research? Thank you.
For this research, I use qualitative research method with a questionnaire. The reason why I use qualitative research method is because with this method, I was able to collect rich and detailed information on the participants' experiences with cake application, and also I can get to know their perceptions of how this application influence their speaking proficiency. So that's it. Is it clear?
Yeah, is it clear? Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Is there any more question? So I think there is no question. So I think that's all from me. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And for the second presentation is going to be delivered by Auntie Sulisanti. Auntie, the time is yours.
Okay, thank you, moderator. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First of all, the Honorable to Professor Dr. Shafrizal MPD as the lecturer of Seminar on English Language Teaching, and of course to all my friends. Okay, I'm Antis Visanti, and now I will present my seminars. The title is The Teacher's Challenges and Strategies in Teaching English in the Rural High Schools. Next slide, please. Okay, this is what the contents in this article. The first is introductions, theories, methods, findings and discussions, conclusions, and references. Next slide. Okay, this is for introductions. English in schools often face various challenges. The challenges were experienced by the teachers and experienced by the students, especially learning English in rural schools. Learning English in rural schools has a higher level of challenges than in schools in urban areas, such as the lack of media and learning references. The schools in rural areas also have their own challenges where almost all students are still accustomed to using their traditional languages, even in the school area and in the classroom. So the teachers must be able to build a good communications in regional languages and use Bahasa so that the learning process can run well. Besides, the lack of awareness of the students about the importance of learning English. So the students are not too interested in learning English. So the teachers have to be able to motivate the students to learn English. This is a challenge faced by the English teachers in the teachings and learning process in the rural schools. Next slide, please. Okay, this is the research questions in this article. The study aims to shed light on the difficulties experienced by English teachers when instructing in rural areas and how they resolve these difficulties to raise the standard of English instructions, particularly in high schools. The study's main research questions are: the first is, what difficulties do instructors in rural high schools have while trying to teach English? The second one is, what approaches do educators use to go above the obstacle associated with teaching English in rural areas? Next slide, please. Okay, this is for the theories. There are several theories in this article. There are, of course, still sustainable with this topic. It is about teaching English in Indonesia, especially rural English area. The first is teaching as a profession in Indonesia, English language teaching in EFL context, English teaching policy in Indonesia, definitions of challenges and strategy, challenges in teaching and teaching strategy, the practice of English in high schools, and education in rural areas. But I just want explain just one, teaching as professions in Indonesia. As a matter of fact, teaching proficiency among Indonesia English teachers still lags. According to research in district is Nusa Tenggara Province by Hidayah and Marhani 2016, a shortage of teachers in the area result in some schools topic being taught by the people without the necessary credentials. Science teachers topics being taught by the people without the necessary credentials. For example, it indicates that the instructor lacks adequate understanding of the approach and tactics used in teaching English. And English language teaching in EFL context, the ultimate goal of English language education in schools is to equip students with the skills necessary to communicate English in the globalized, as stated in the Ministers of Education and Culture's decree, issued February 25, and basic law governing the national education system. Since English is now acknowledged as communication tool, teaching English more than just a commodity. Teachers are also described as experts who can impart knowledge to their students that will enable them to develop. Next slide, please. This is for the methods. The study used the qualitative method. The qualitative method is a research method that is used to find out and explain phenomena in depth by collecting the data and requires a deep understanding related to the object of research. Qualitative research is a research procedure and produce a descriptive data in written form and oral form from a person and the observed behavior. Next slide, please. Okay, this is the findings and discussions. The findings of this article highlight in the teacher strategies, teachers' challenges, and the reasons why the students in rural areas have difficulty in learning English. For example, one of the challenges for English teachers in rural schools is the limitations of teaching media, the lack of English dictionaries and English books, and the limitations of internet access, so the teachers and students cannot access the teachings and learning media. This requires English teachers to be more creative and in creating and providing teaching media so that the teaching process runs effectively. And for the discussions part in the sections discusses the analysis of findings by the research. The first is the researchers will discuss the challenges faced by the English teachers in teaching English as a foreign language in rural schools. And the second is the strategies used by the teachers to overcome these challenges according to the writer point of the view. There were several challenges in the process learning English. The first is lack of learning facilities and media. Low student learning motivation, students who are accustomed to using the local language in the school environment, parent support, and the teachers' development. And for the teacher strategies is, the first is the teachers try to provide references and the lesson media in the teaching English. The second one is the teachers try to motivate the students in learning English. Teachers limited the using of local language in the schools and the cooperations between the schools and parents. Next slide, please. Okay, this is for the conclusions. So based on the findings and discussions in the previous chapter, it can be reconcluded that there are several challenges in teaching English as foreign language in rural schools. These challenges are the lack of facilities and infrastructure in schools and the low learning motivations of students. And students who are still accustomed to using local languages in the school's environment, both outside and in the learning class. In addition, the writer also found several strategies used by the English teachers to overcome these challenges so that the learning continues to run well. The teachers always try to motivate students in learning English as a foreign language. The teachers always try to provide references and learning media so that the learning English can be more easily understood and learning. The teachers also approaches by building a good communications. So the goal is that students do not feel reluctant to ask the teachers about the difficulties experienced during the learning process. I think that's all for me. The next is question and answer. So if you have any questions, please raise hand. Okay, Rama, please.
Okay, thank you. And now I will give some question. And then the question is, who will benefit from your research and why? Thank you.
Okay, thank you for your question. So who will benefit from your research and why? Okay, those who will benefit are, of course, for the teachers, students, and myself, who will later become an educator. Teachers and students will start correcting existing errors if they find the problems. However, in my opinion, the factor that is no less important is the government. The government is the most important because they know the problems being faced by the educations in rural areas, and one day maybe they might be able to improve the infrastructure then so on. I think that's all. Is it clear, Rahma?
Yes, clear. Thank you.
Okay. I think that's all for me. Back to the moderator.
Okay, thank you so much, Auntie, for your presentation. And for the next presentation is going to be delivered by Rahma Yunita. Rahma, the time is yours.
Okay, thank you, moderator, for the opportunities. Okay, the Honorable Professor Dr. Safrizal MPD as the lecturer of Seminar on English Language Teaching course, and all my beloved friends. Today I will explain about my seminar is with the title The Analysis of the Importance Vocabulary Buildings in English Language Learning. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Rahma Yunita with student ID 222-321-0038. Okay, several contents that I will explain today is introduction, background of study, statement of problems, literature review consists of theoretical basis, research method, result, discussion, and the last is conclusion. For the first is introduction. It has been known for a long time that building vocabulary is a crucial aspect of learning in educational context. Vocabulary is an integral part of language and plays a very important role in helping students understand the material and build good language skills. However, in actual circumstances, students often experience obstacles in building a good vocabulary and learning English. Why building vocabulary is important for English language learning? In English language learning, vocabulary is a very important part of language. Without knowing vocabulary, students will experience obstacles in learning English. In learning English, material about vocabulary is the material that is first step before other material because vocabulary is the basis of the language. Background of the study. English language proficiency is essential in today's interconnected world with a significant number of individuals worldwide learning. It is a second or foreign language. Within English language acquisition, vocabulary is fundamental to communication competence, encompassing the words and phrases essential for active communication, comprehension, and expression. Research consistently demonstrates a strong link between vocabulary knowledge and overall language proficiency, emphasizing the importance of vocabulary building in English language learning. And the next is statement of the problem. The first is, why is building vocabulary important for English language learning? Second, what makes building vocabulary important in learning the English language learning? And the last is, how do we motivate other people to be more enthusiastic in developing their English vocabulary? And the next is literature review, consists of theoretical basis. The supporting theories in my research is, first is vocabulary. Vocabulary in learning the English language refers to the collection of words and phrases that a person understands and uses in speaking, listening, reading, and writing. It encompasses a wide range of words from basic everyday terms to specialized or advanced language used in specific field or context. And the second supporting theories is English language learning. English language listening is a process of acquiring proficiency in the English language. It involves developing skills in speaking, listening, reading, and writing in English, as well as understanding the cultural context in which the language is used. English language learning can take place in various contexts, including formal education settings such as schools, universities, and language institutes, as well as informal settings such as self-study, immersion programs, and language exchange opportunities. In this case, building vocabulary is also closely related to these four aspects because knowing a lot of English vocabulary will make it easier for students to understand when learning. And the next is research method. This study used a qualitative method. Data collection techniques were obtained through a literature review. A literature review is an activity that collects scientific data, especially in the form of theories, motivation, or research conducted by previous researchers. In this article or in this study, the researchers collected data by conducting a literature review of scientific journals, textbooks, and the other of reference related to the title of this research. Next is result. The result of the study on building vocabulary in English language learning highlighted the importance of vocabulary development enhancing language comprehension, expression, and communication abilities. The study also identified obstacles such as lack of practice opportunities, minimal exposure to English in everyday environments, low motivation, and inadequate technology skills that hinder students' vocabulary development. And for the discussion of the study on building vocabulary in English language learning emphasizes the importance of vocabulary development in English proficiency. It highlights the challenges students face in building a robust vocabulary, including obstacles such as lack of practice opportunities, motivation, technology skills, and exposure to English in everyday environments. The study underscores the significance of vocabulary in understanding text, expressing ideas clearly, and communicating fluently in English. And the last is conclusion. So the conclusion of this study on building vocabulary in English language learning emphasized the paramount importance of vocabulary development in English language proficiency. It highlights the challenges students face in building a robust vocabulary, including obstacles such as lack of vocabulary, motivation, study habits, learning resources, and a gap between the theoretical understanding and practical application. The study also points out that limited practice opportunities, minimal exposure to English in everyday environments, low motivation, and inadequate technology skills further impede students' vocabulary development. Okay, that's all for me. Okay, if anyone who have a question, please raise hand and put on the mic. Okay, Hanisa.
Okay, thank you for the opportunities. I have a question. Does the problem of difficulty understanding English due to lack of vocabulary exist in developed countries? If so, please mention an example in which country. Thank you.
Okay. Yes, the problem of lack vocabulary mastery in English can occur in developed countries too. For example, in Japan, although English education in school has become an important part of the curriculum, many students and even adults still have difficulty understanding English due to a lack of adequate vocabulary. This can be an obstacle in international communication and also in understanding teaching materials at university level or in an increasingly globally connected business world. It is clear?
Yes, it is clear.
Thank you. And back to the moderator.
Okay, thank you so much, Rahma Yunita, for your presentation. And for the last presentation is going to be delivered by Rita Safira. Rita, the time is yours.
Okay, thank you, moderator. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. To the Honorable Lecturer, Professor Dr. Shafrizal, and all of my beloved friends. Before I start the presentation, I will introduce myself first. My name is Shirta Safira. Today, I will present about the impact of online learning on English language teaching in Indonesia during the COVID-19 pandemic. Next slide, please. This is the table of the contents. The first is introduction, research problem, objective problem, literature review, the study, research methodology, discussion, and conclusion. Next slide, please. The first is introduction. I will explain the background of research first. So the COVID-19 pandemic has triggered in a substantial upheaval in the world of education, creating extraordinary shift in teaching methodologies worldwide. This change in particular noticeable in the sphere of English language teaching in Indonesia, as a pandemic necessitated a halt to traditional face-to-face classroom instruction due to mounting health and safety concerns. The educational community was compelled to adapt swiftly. Online learning rapidly rose to prominence, becoming the new standard in a world grappling with unprecedented circumstances. The COVID-19 pandemic has a significant impact of English language teaching and learning in Indonesia, leading to the widespread adoption and online learning. This shift has brought both challenges and opportunities to teachers and students. Next slide, please. The next is research problem. The research will focus on the experience of both teachers. I'm sorry. The research will focus on the experience of both teachers and students in Indonesia, drawing from literature sources such as online journalists, ebooks, law regulation, and other relevant sources. The study will aim to provide insight into the challenges and opportunities of online learning during the COVID-19 pandemic and contribute to the development of effective strategies for English language teaching in Indonesia. The first research problem is a challenge in teacher training of the effective of online learning depends on the teacher's ability to use technology effectively. However, many teachers in Indonesia may lack the necessary training and skills to adapt to online teaching methods. The problem two is learning facility and infrastructure. The lack of suitable learning facilities such as computer and internet access can hinder the achievement of learning objectives. And the last research problem is preparing suitable materials. The teachers and students may find it difficult to adapt traditional teaching materials to online learning. Next slide, please. The next is objective problem. The objective of the research of the impact of online learning in English language teaching in Indonesia is to explore the challenge and opportunities faced by teachers and students in implementing online learning during the COVID-19 pandemic in the content of English language teaching in Indonesia. Using a variety of literature searches, including ebooks, online journals, and legal witness. In addition to helping out to establish practical methods for teaching English in Indonesia, The study will highlight the opportunities and difficulties of online learning during COVID-19 pandemic. Next slide, please. The next is literature review. The literature review examines the global shift to online learning in response to the pandemic and highlights the specific challenges and opportunities faced by English language teaching in Indonesia. Case themes include digital equity, pedagogical adaptation, student motivation, assessment practice, and the integration of technology in language instruction. Slide, please. So next is the study. The study examined the impact of online learning on English language teaching in Indonesia during the COVID-19 pandemic. The sudden shift to emergency online teaching due to pandemic has brought both challenge and opportunity to the English language education sector. The study explored the challenges faced by teachers and students in terms of learning facilities, teachers' ability, preparing opportunities provided by online learning, such as increased engagement with technology, independent learning, and changed practice and perspective. Next slide. Next is research methodology. I use qualitative method. This study will employ a qualitative research approach to invest the impact of online learning on English language teaching in Indonesia. The qualitative research method is suitable for this study as allow it for a detailed explore of the experience and perception of teachers and students in context of online learning. The data collection of this study will be collected through the semi-structured interview with English language teachers and students in Indonesia. The interview questions will be designed to explore challenges and opportunities experienced by teachers and students in the context of online learning. Next slide, please. The next is discussion. The COVID-19 pandemic catalyzed a significant in education globally, including Indonesia, where the impact of English language teaching has been profound. Online learning became the primary mode of instruction, presenting both opportunities and challenges for education, students, and policymakers. The shift to online learning due to COVID-19 pandemic has brought both challenges and opportunities to language teaching in Indonesia. One significant impact is in the increased accessibility to English language education. With online platforms, students from remote areas or with limited access to traditional classroom can now participate in English language classes. This has the potential to democratize education and provide opportunities for a broader range of learners. Next slide. The last is conclusion. In conclusion, the impact of online learning on English language teaching in Indonesia during the COVID-19 pandemic has been complex, with both challenges and opportunities. The literature suggests that addressing the challenges such as the lack of learning facilities and the erosion of teachers' authority will be crucial for effective implementation of online learning in Indonesia context. Additionally, leveraging the opportunities such as the engagement with learning technology and the potential of independent learning can help to maximize the benefits of online learning for English language education in Indonesia. Okay, then the next session is Q&A. If you want to ask raise your hand and okay, Auntie.
Okay, Vera, my question is, how has the COVID-19 pandemic influenced English language teaching in Indonesia, particularly regarding online learning? Thank you.
Okay, I will answer Auntie question. The pandemic has triggered a shift to online learning in Indonesia, impacting English language teaching significantly. While it has allowed for greater accessibility and flexibility, it has also highlighted challenges such as the digital divide and the need for creative teaching methods to ensure effective learning in virtual settings. Is that clear, Auntie?
Yeah, it is clear. Thank you.
Okay, Auntie, thank you for your question. I think that's all for me. Back to the moderator. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Rita, for your presentation. And I think that concludes for our presentation today. So thank you so much for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.